Hi, and welcome to another episode of I swear to God, this isn't how I plan on keeping my hair. I look like a goddamn actually look kind of like a redneck with this curly ass fucking hair. Dang all, man.
There's never been a redneck that tan.
In
That's
5D?
in
Oh no! I want to throw some. Oh. Oh. Are you back?
Okay.
I was
Time warp.
never really gone. I heard you
Time
guys
warp.
the whole time.
We did not hear or see you
No.
moving. I'm not gonna edit this, and I'm not gonna restart. Fuck it. We're starting with audio issues. Welcome to the show. God damn it.
Yeah, welcome to actually I
Well,
don't
actually,
know.
for anybody live, it's
Professionalism.
gonna be fucked up. But for anybody on the recorded thing, they'll hear him just fine. They'll think we're nuts, Klops.
Yeah, dude,
That's true.
We've created two realities within the same reality.
That's
it
the
is gonna
multiverse
be
in a
straight up you
nutshell.
guys just screaming, going, oh,
That's great. I approve of all this.
Yeah, for some reason my up is being stupid. I bet you some sort of update is running.
Probably.
Microsoft.
Shakes fist in anger.
God damn it, Windows 98.
I thought you said Windows 98 would be faster. It is faster.
All right, so now that we've pretty much settled on getting sued,
Yeah, but who gets to sue us? Is it Microsoft or is it the South Park guys?
actually we're doing the Jim Sterling effect where we're just gonna copy fuck a bunch of things and then they can fight it out to see who gets to sue us.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think you've seen his videos in a while, but what he's doing now is basically like he sticks copyrighted material in the middle just randomly. So he'll be like, so that video game, and then Skeleton Warriors. Just some old cartoon and shit. So, because apparently that's kept people at bay from demonetizing his videos. Because apparently the YouTube algorithm, if there's more than one claimant on the content, it gives it to no one unless they manually appeal.
I mean, I gotta say, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Love or fucking hate the guy. If it works, it's not stupid.
Yeah, he's you know what's interesting, and I didn't mean to just start a whole thing, but let's talk about it. Jim Sterling's one of those content creators that I like, but sometimes I just openly disagree with.
Which just, I mean, that's just called being two different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that's okay. The reason that I like
it's just fine.
yeah, the reason that I still watch him is because even though I can disagree with him, I can still enjoy some of his content, and whether or not it's sometimes the content creators where your whole content just permeates your personal views to the point where I can't even enjoy the show you're making. Like, I'm not gonna call this other content creator out by name, but I used to watch his show all the time, and he had very good in-depth knowledge about comics and movies and stuff that I didn't know. Growing up,
I instantly know who you're talking about.
well, yeah, of course. But growing up, not being in the English media or comic books in the 80s, not knowing anything about them, I got into all this stuff much later once I was older. It was nice to go back and kind of understand, but unfortunately, like, if you can't go of one single video without just oozing your personal politics and just all these opinions, I'm just like, I can't even trust your analysis now because it's colored by everything else. But
So we're talking about Gordon Ramsay, right?
yeah, Gordon Ramsay, the
Okay. All right.
I thought we were talking about Pauly Shore. Was I wrong there?
no,
That was the other guess, man.
yeah, no, we were talking
Yeah,
about
close
Gordon
second.
Ramsay, that time where he became a wildlife preservationist. He was fighting alligators. You didn't see this?
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
It was real good.
Yeah, he fought them and then he cooked them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just open up with the non-niche thing because I think we all were kind of busting to talk about it. I know my pants are wet as fuck right now.
Look at me bursting with joy.
Jaboko man.
Jiboko Mao.
Oh my god, here we go. We got to do a different show now. But yeah, Spider-Man: Far From Home. Did everybody see it? Tell me y'all saw it.
Yeah.
No, I was lying the whole time. I didn't see it.
I mean,
I don't know.
That sounds like you piece of shit.
Yep.
Okay, so first off, it was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, it was really good.
I thought it
This
was
is-
really good. I don't know.
This
I
is one
like
of
the
their
first
strongest
one.
sequels.
Yeah,
Like the strongest number twos.
like I can actually
Wait,
say
what did you say, Claps?
I said I thought the original, like the Spider-Man Homecoming or whatever it was good too. Like I liked
Yeah.
both these Spider-Mans. I thought they were really fun.
I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed the first one.
That's
And
fair.
I feel like because at that point I had Spider-Man fatigue. And I wasn't as into it. But this one
Can I add a little bit of color to just all of this beforehand for like myself?
What do you mean color?
I mean, it's not ethnic enough. Is that?
Yeah.
Did you know the twist without saying anything yet? Did you know the twist going into it?
No,
To this
You
movie?
did not know the twist.
no.
Are we talking
Okay.
about
There's only one big well, okay, not the post-credit twist.
Okay,
the
then yes.
movie twist.
I always knew because I watched the cartoon.
Yeah, I read the comics. But
Yeah.
so Klops, you did not know.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
I
I just
was
wanted
like-
to know where you guys were at.
I was like,
Go on.
what the fuck?
Yeah, so
Like literally, just was like, my brain.
why?
Well, and
Betrayal.
even seeing it coming, I loved how they did it. That was like just so everybody listening knows, there's gonna be fucking spoilers on this one.
Wait, we're spoiling something? Guys.
What?
No, usually when it's this close to opening, we try not to spoil, but there are things in this movie that just we need to talk about.
Han Solo died.
Which
Fuck.
time? Didn't he come back as a Force ghost at least like twice?
Yeah, he still died.
This is the disinformation episode.
Han Solo, live long and prosper, you know?
Well, there was Han Solo, and then there was Han Taken. Yeah, so
Was that just Liam Neeson playing in Taken again?
yeah, it's Han Solo going, I want my family back.
The
Give me
next
back the
Taken-
boy.
The next Taken movie is just going to be Liam Neeson and his producers, and everybody gets in line and they just grab a couple bucks out of your wallet. Taken.
I pretty sure the next one's gonna be made by the Wayans brothers. It's gonna be called Tooken.
What? Spider-Man Far From Home.
Did we get off topic again? Oh god. Yeah, no. So I liked how they pulled it off. The big twist, even seeing it coming, I enjoyed it. It was pretty interesting how they incorporated into the universe the whole, Stark Tech and that whole bit, and how they just kind of pulled the minor crew out of their ass. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? I thought that was great. I thought, yeah, this is one, it was hilarious, and two, it was at least believable. I will say that the one playing the villain, and Jake Gyllenhaal, Jake Gyllenhaal. At times, I thought he was a little over the top. I totally felt like he was channeling Tom Cruise in that interview with Oprah. Do you know what I mean?
I buy that.
I think he did a great
I
job,
love
but
Katie Holmes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a little over the top. I will say I'm liking how they're doing Mary Jane now. And the first one, I was a little
It's not
hesitant.
Mary Jane.
Oh, MJ, sorry. Is that? Thought she goes by MJ, right?
She goes by MJ, but this is not Mary Jane, and they've even said that this is not Mary Jane.
Okay, cool. Well, then I like how they're doing her character, I should say, because in the first one, I didn't really feel like she was there for any reason other than he needed someone to be there.
A MacGuffin?
Yeah, kind of like that. This one I enjoyed a lot more.
Yeah, no, it was. They built up a lot of things in this. That was, I don't know. Spider-Man's feeling really like complete, and as much as it's part of the MCU, the stories for it still feel very personal.
Yeah, I like that they went micro scale on this stuff.
Yeah,
It was potentially world impacting, but it wasn't like involving everybody, and it wasn't. And
Right.
everyone was kind of asking like, "Oh, where are the Avengers?" But I don't know. I think they did an okay job of that. That explaining why the Avengers were there was probably a weak point, but I wouldn't say it was a glaring one.
So wait, let's get the Klops. Can I get your fresh perspective? Take me through, because we haven't actually said what the spoiler is yet. So I'm gonna let you say what the spoiler is, and then just take me through it.
Okay. I remember I went to the movies.
Okay,
I
I
wanted
don't.
popcorn, but I didn't
I
buy
woke
it right
up
away.
that morning.
I don't need to hear about what the priest did with you. Just the spoiler.
Okay, the spoiler is that Meister is a con. And I didn't know that he was a con artist.
Mysterio?
An actor.
Yeah, Mysterio.
Whatever his name is.
Maestro.
So the slight difference in the comics, he was a special effects artist who just used special effects to pull off robberies and fool Spider.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would buy that too. Like, that would be great.
Right, but like this was a really fun take on that. Because I mean, essentially, that's still what it was. It's just like the 21st century version of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. It totally felt like that, but it was like more disgruntled workers with it, which was nice as well. And yeah, I didn't know that at all. Like superhero genre comic books and everything else, I've kind of never really got into seriously. So I never really know anything about the characters. I just have my encyclopedia, which is my girlfriend, tell me about everything. So like when I was like, "What?" She looked at me and she goes, "He's a con artist. Like, this is what he does."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that makes sense now in my brain."
It was a fun thing for me because knowing the twist was coming, I kept going like, "Man, how far into this movie are we going to get before inevitable betrayal?" You know what I mean? And I feel like they pulled it off gracefully. Like you totally blindsides you. Even I was like waiting for it, and I was like, "Oh, we're doing it here." Okay.
Yeah. Like when the wall dissolved, I was like, "What?
My brain.
What is happening? Are the Avengers coming in now?" Like, what? And the whole thing with the tech, the Stark tech and everything was really nice. I also really liked how, or Peter Parker, I guess, was kind of like in this limbo of like figuring out how he's gonna fill these shoes of like Tony Stark. I do feel that a lot of the like in your face, Stark is dead was kind of a little bit overplayed after the first couple times.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand because of the world and the timeline that it's in, it would be very prevalent everywhere, right? It would be like that kind of thing. So like I get that, and I really liked my one of my favorite scenes was actually towards the end where he's building another suit, in the plane or whatever, and Hopper's there, and Hopper just looks at him
Happy.
and like.
Happy.
How did you watch this movie and not remember a single character's name other than Spider-Man?
I do that
Spider-Man,
all the time.
right? It's not like
I thought it was Spider-Man.
Wait. Y'all aren't talking. Why aren't we talking about Aunt Midge?
Aunt Midge.
I don't know.
Do you know the aunt's name?
Aunt Midge. He just said it.
Damn it, Klops.
He just fucking said it.
So, all right.
Tell
I
me more
need
about
Tony
Hopper.
Stark. I said
Yeah,
Tony Stark.
tell me
I
more
got
about Hopper.
Tell us about Hopper.
So Hopper is looking at him, and like it's just that shot where you can see what he's like looking at, and then like him having the realization like what Tony kind of saw.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really nice. I thought that was a really good shot.
Tony in him, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Where's the Green Gobbler in this one? Isn't he supposed to be?
Well, it's funny you bring that up. One of the big rumors.
No. You're talking about the porn parody, and get the fuck out of here with that.
I know what he's doing. I'm just not giving it credit. So there were a lot of rumors about Ned's character, because technically Ned's character does become one of the incarnations of the Hobgoblin. So one of the rumors I was hearing was he's going to do that in this movie. He's going to go Hobgoblin. And I was like, look, I don't want to be an asshole, but putting the chubby kid on a flying surfboard and having him throw pumpkin bombs at people is not a good look. It's not. You can't make that shot look good. There's no director alive today who can make that shot look good. It's not going to look good. Don't do that. Don't do that. And they didn't do that. So that was great. And the other big rumor I saw was that this was going to introduce the multiverse to the MCU. Like they were finally going to start like dimension hopping. And I love that they bring it up. And no, that was just a lie that a guy told. Like it's not a multiverse. We're not doing that. That guy lied.
Not necessarily. If the theories are to be believed now.
This is them saying they're not gonna. It gets too muddy. How the fuck are you gonna do movies and go, oh, it's just this is gonna bite DC in the ass doing all these like non-joined movies because the comic people, normal people, they'll be fine. The problem is like internet people, like trolley, glued to YouTube, like outrage culture people. Those kind like they're
most of the internet.
They're not gonna get it. They're gonna go like, how is this not the same Joker? It's this other Joker, and then which one's the Joker? It's not gonna go well. It might go well for a couple, but I'm telling you, after 3 or 4 of these, it's not gonna be good.
Okay, and
look at what's happening to Batman already. You already can't even say who's playing Batman in anything without polarizing your audience.
Well, I have special feelings about that because the person who's playing him next, reportedly, and people can correct me, but I haven't seen him in anything that is completely outstanding.
I talked about this at one point.
And it's not like I have been completely wrong, especially in the Batman franchise, so I'm willing to go along with it. But I have seen him do well in certain things, but I've never seen a standout role from that actor. Although I hear,
from what I've heard, why are we dancing around this? It's Robert Pattinson. It's the Twilight Boy. Twilight Boy is the next Batman, not the werewolf.
Keanu Reeves.
I would watch that. No, I think this guy actually stands to do a decent job because of, again, I'm in the same boat he is. It's not anything I've seen, but like I've heard, and not just like a couple of people. No, I've been like Reddit threads, couple hundred posts deep of like, no, seriously, check out like this or this movie he was in. He was really good in this. That the guy has intensity and he has sadness and he can hit this role a lot. Like there's a lot of evidence that he could nail this.
Well, to be fair,
people didn't want Keaton to play Batman either. People were like, Mr. Mom, get fucked.
Again, this is the only reason I'm willing to just say, look, I am totally okay with being wrong. I haven't seen it. Although I do hear that the new movie he did with Dafoe, The Lighthouse, is fantastic.
That's one of the ones a lot of people were crediting.
Yeah, so I hear it's fantastic. I generally don't go in for those kinds of movies, and I want to see it. Also, William Dafoe finally actually doing a scary movie is got to be the scariest thing ever. That man is horrifying.
Is this scary? Is it supposed to be like a horror movie?
Horror suspense, I believe. And if it's based on the legend that I think it's based on, I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, it's got wide distribution coming. So, anyways,
we've talked about everything, but
yeah.
Far From
So
Home
here's the thing with Far From Home. I liked most of this movie. The jokes felt like they landed well. And
oh shit, guys! I finally saw a Marvel movie and didn't have an obnoxious person in the audience behind me.
Oh my god!
Oh, fancy!
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean to cut you off, but I just realized as you said, like, jokes are funny. I was like, I did laugh, and no one else was being horrible about it.
Interesting. So, here's my big thing with this. This was just a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, the one issue that I've had with all of them is that they all needed to have a message. This one had a message, but it was a message about a kid growing up, lost, getting over stuff. Like, it wasn't, there are no goddamn politics. And I was just like, yeah, this was a good movie. This is how you do movies. I will say, this movie, it's better than a bunch of the other Marvel movies. Just, it was done well.
Is this in your top 5 now?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Instant top 5?
Yeah, actually. And so let me know when you guys are ready to talk about the post-credit stuff, because apparently fucking earth-shattering. Did everybody stay for both of them?
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right. So, the first one, the Jonah Jameson thing.
Yeah,
I lost my
that's-
goddamn shit.
that's gonna fuck some shit up.
So did my girlfriend. We were sitting there, and it just comes on. She's like, ah, and just starts like, oh my god.
So
I mean, it did happen to him in the comics.
Yeah. Here's the interesting bit, and here's where people are talking multiverse. Because no, I know. Because it's the same actor playing Jonah Jameson that was in the Tobey Maguire movies, which, by the way, I think he does an amazing Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, no, he nails
He
it.
fucking nails it.
Fucking Spider-Man.
And I actually like that actor in a bunch of other things. He was he did a part also in The Accountant, which I thought was great. But anyways, so what folks are saying is, that this is hinting at the multiverse because it's the same Jonah Jameson, just in a different suit. So, folks are throwing some crazy theories around talking about, what if the next one, they've got some sort of multiverse thing and they bring in like Garfield or Maguire or something just to do a thing. I think Maguire might be a little bit too old.
Spider-Man can age.
That's true. But I thought it was brilliant. So, yeah.
I thought it was fun. It's going to lead to a lot of interesting stuff. Though I think he's the kind of character who can take that in some capacity of a stride, especially with this setup, because he's like Tony Stark's, I don't want to say heir. He's not his heir, but yeah, his protege, his like everything. He'll be able to slip into this role pretty easily. I mean, It's not like there aren't other unmasked superheroes. There are several.
Well, actually, they kind of made the point that in the Marvelverse, he's the only one that still has a secret identity. Like, maybe Ant-Man, but even then, like, after the Sokovia Accords, like...
Yeah.
Who else has a secret identity?
Fucking, yeah. No, it's nobody. So, I think it is big, but this is going to be bigger on the personal side of Peter than it is on the, doing stuff side of Peter.
This really plays
so
to his...
Here's my like deep cut fandom. Like, here's a thing they'll never do but would be interesting. For a while, Peter Parker couldn't be Spider-Man, so he actually took up the mantle as 4 different superheroes. And was
the
like
amazing Bagman.
Bagman was not one of them. It was like Dusk, Ricochet, Hornet, and something else, I think. But yeah, Spider-Man is basically juggling being these 3 personas. And like immediately when they were like, well, he's Spider-Man, I was like, oh, maybe we can do the next movie and he'll juggle these 3 stupid personas nobody remembers. Like, I'll be the only guy in the audience going, no, there was a thing. There was like, shut up. This is stupid.
Well, what's also kind of funny is, well, first off, the Night Monkey references were hilarious. But
Night Monkey, yeah.
Doc Monkey.
Like, now that you've brought that up, the theory of how to get around this is you bring a Spider-Man from another universe, and he can't be Spider-Man if there's this other Spider-Man running around.
Yeah, I guess. It just feels like Into the Spider-Verse already did that.
So, just really quick, it was called the Identity Crisis. Spider-Man is wanted for murder and has a $5 million bounty on his head. So he decides it'd be best if he stops being Spider-Man and creates the heroes Dusk, Ricochet, Prodigy, and Hornet. Each identity represented a different aspect of Spider-Man's identity. The reason he had 4 identities was so that if any of them got exposed, he would have another 3 to fall back on. So it was also done so that he'd have a different identity for each of the 4 Spider-Man volumes at a time. After he cleared his name, the identities were revived in the form of the Slingers. But I got 3 of those fucking names nailed. Fuck y'all. This is so old. I don't even own this series.
My only hesitation with him being revealed is that in the comics, this is what led to One More Day, which is universally banned as the worst.
Nobody is dumb enough to do One More Day in a movie.
So, do
you know what this is, Klops?
No, I'm confused.
It is a universally hated run of Spider-Man. I think it's actually rated as one of the worst comic book runs of all time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, pretty sure.
But it's Aunt May dies, and Peter can like sell his soul for this. He sells off part of his history for a wish with the devil to bring Aunt May back. But what the devil does is make it so that he never married Mary Jane.
Yeah,
something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Well,
and not even just that it's like not. I mean, there's lots of plots like that that could be fine if you wrote it well. It's just not even done very well. It's a bad run.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Who can we blame for this?
Universally panned.
The moon.
We should blame the moon. The moon sucks.
Jesus, we're doing this again. But yeah, so there's that one. Anyone else got any more comments on that particular post-credit scene?
It was J. Michael Straczynski and Joe Quesada, which is surprising because Quesada's usually really good. One More Day is fucking terrible. It's so bad. Widely considered as the worst Spider-Man story of all time, the decision to abruptly end Peter Parker and Mary Jane's marriage generated outrage from fans and critics alike, causing a heavy downward shift of sales from readership. The events of One More Day were heavily panned upon the series' conclusion, although the artwork received praise.
It sure was pretty.
Just all around, I think Spider-Man was fun. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't call it like Hydro Man and these other things. Like, I kind of wish he had created a bit more of a persona for him, so he could have just like written off a couple of more deep cut, stupid villains. But this was cool. Calling them the Elementals was fun. Jake Gyllenhaal did a better job as Mysterio than I thought he would. I'm glad they kept the bubble helmet. I'm glad Flash Thompson is still a dick. I think it's a little coincidental that all of Peter's friends went with him. We didn't write off anyone, but whatever. That's fine. Martin Starr was fun. I liked him as a bumbling fucking teacher. And I don't know the other guy's name, but he did great too. Both the teachers were funny.
Don't they always have that dynamic in like the Marvel movies? Like they play different characters, don't they? Like minor characters.
I think Martin Starr was the same character last time he was in. I think he was always Spider-Man's teacher. I could be wrong. I don't know. It was fun though. They were great. Yeah. The movie was fun. It was a fun movie, and I had fun with it. Second post-credit scene was a little weird, and I'm guessing that's how we're going to get into Identity. No, not Identity Crisis. Secret Wars. Secret Wars?
No. You're talking about
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. Yeah.
God damn it! How many times have people been invaded or had problems with their identities?
A lot. I mean,
it's all the time.
Especially if you talk to DC, you have Crisis on Infinite Earths. You have Crisis.
There's always some sort of fucking crisis. But yeah, I think that's how we're going to get into Secret Invasion or something with the Skrulls. Klops, again, is no your... Klops, there's these things called comic books, and they got pictures in them.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion was a big plot line with the Skrulls. Basically, it turned out that like a whole bunch of politicians and heroes and everyday people had been replaced with Skrulls for like years. And then blam, all of a sudden, like Skrulls all over, shit's turned upside down.
Yeah, but aren't they different in the movie universe than what they were in the comic universe?
Yes and no. It's actually more that the movies went for super deep cuts. And I actually didn't even know this, but I have since read about it after finding out about it online. Apparently, over the years, there were points in time where the Skrulls weren't the dicks, and they were kind of the oppressed ones. So this isn't completely inaccurate, though, yes, the majority of the time, Skrulls are like super evil baddies. Though, Nick Fury helping them integrate into the government and integrate into the Earth could come back, bite Nick Fury in the ass. The Skrulls really are evil, and we get into... there's a huge point, mostly during Civil War, where Nick Fury is, like, disgraced and is on the run, and Maria Hill is the one running S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. And I think it's kind of coincidental that they have a big-name star, well, not huge, but, you know, she's done a whole bunch of stuff. Colby Smulders has done a lot of stuff, is a well-known actress, doing a fairly small role. I feel like they've been building towards Maria Hill running S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while.
Actually, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but what I think that last scene is actually hinting at is we're gonna see Sword.
Who?
Sword. So you
got me
got
up,
Shield
Sword.
and you got Sword.
Oh, I don't remember Sword.
So Sword was I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. It's
Klops, hold music.
da, 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 da. So I got it. Google's great. Sentient World Observation and Response Department. So
Were they good guys or bad guys?
They're good guys. They're it's Shield, but in space basically.
Huh.
So what Shield does for the Earth, they do in space, and that's when you, especially isn't there supposed to be an Eternals movie coming out or something?
Yeah, the Eternals is coming out, and there's a couple. Hold on, I'll pull up. You do your thing, then I'll do this.
So
thing.
I'm pretty sure that this is leading into that, where you have Fury setting this up. He was off in space with, you know, maybe that's where he's starting Sword. And I never read the Sword comics. I've just kind of read some synopsis because they came up in random Wikipedia searches. But it sounds like a pretty interesting concept, right? You've got the folks who did, you know, I always thought Shield was great, and I always wanted to just read more on just the Shield without having the heroes, because I always thought that was great. That's why Agents of Shield was so interesting conceptually to me. But yeah, so I think that they're going to bring in Sword. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I buy that. That actually makes sense. So the stuff they're doing coming up, I'm sure we even said it on the show, but I never remember anymore. Black Widow movie, Eternals, Shang-Chi, Guardians 3, Strange 2, Panther 2.
Okay. So
Yeah, they are doing Eternals.
Yeah, so that's where you can really get those in, and you know, have Sword be fucking around with the Eternals. Also, well, don't we need the Fantastic Four now, though, if you're really going to get the Skrull involved?
No. I mean, the Skrull were a major enemy of the Fantastic Four, but there's a reason that Marvel retained the rights to the Skrull. They appear in just as many other things as they do in Fantastic Four.
Now Disney has the licensing. So
now they have it. Here's the thing. They plan this stuff so far in advance. Think about it. They already have all those movies planned. Guardians 3 is already written. Black Widow movie is filming. Eternal movie is in pre-production. Shang-Chi has already had rumors for casting, which means the ball is rolling on that. To fit Fantastic Four and the X-Men in at this point is such a brutal undertaking. Honestly, here's where I think you fit them in for right now. The Disney streaming service is coming out. It's got some big names on there with the Mandalorian and the What If series and a couple other things. You let that go, see if it holds water, and if it does, you do a running X-Men series and a running Fantastic Four series. If they pick up really well in that streaming series, you start working them into like an Avengers title before a solo movie. It's the only graceful way at this point. Otherwise, you're cobbling shit. You're pulling we already missed our window for reality bending. If we were going to do like an Etch-a-Sketch, universe shakeup, that was the Infinity Stones. That ship has fucking sailed. We unless we want to start doing universe hopping, which I think is just going to muddy everything up. The only way to gracefully work it in is to give it a soft launch somewhere else and then slowly fold it in.
Well, or they could do kind of an Elseworld thing like Secret Wars, and that's how they introduce them. Because remember, Secret Wars always happened in like a pocket universe.
I will say this. The X-Men are the easier ones to work in because their X-Men's whole thing is they've been hiding from humanity. It just takes one slipping up, and then suddenly it's not just some supervillain. Oh, fuck, it's these things called mutants. They've been around everywhere this whole time.
Well,
it helps with the fear because it comes out of nowhere. We've had superpowers. What is that? Oh, but mutants have been among us lying to us. It works. Fantastic Four is hard to work in because they are supposed to be an established, rich family.
No, sure,
working for the government.
They can still do that, but remember, the way that they get their superpowers is that one trip into space. So you have them working for like Sword, right? They go into
You're
space.
on the Sword thing. You can't count on this.
I'm just saying, look, okay,
this.
They're working for S.H.I.E.L.D. You can count on S.H.I.E.L.D. They're doing a space thing. All of a sudden, they get exposed and they get their superpowers, and they go like
Sure.
that. Why had they not been around? Because who talks about every single fucking government contractor that's around?
Well, the whole thing with the Fantastic Four is they're supposed to be Marvel's first super family. They have the Baxter Building and government grants, and like they're supposed to be a foundation for the universe. Working them in late kind of doesn't do them the right justice. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying I don't know that they'll hold the same weight. But for the love of fuck, can somebody please do a good Fantastic Four movie? Because
Yeah.
it's not that hard. And how do you do 3 movies that all make the same mistakes? They all make the same mistakes.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four. I kind of don't want a Fantastic Four movie. I want them to be introduced as side characters at first before they get their own run. Like, I kind of don't want an origin story for them.
No, skip it.
Yeah,
Just like you did with please, for the new Batman movie, can we not do his parents getting shot? I don't ever want to see that scene again. I fucking get it. They got shot and pearls fell on the ground. Same with Superman. We get it. We get it. We don't need the Superman origin.
So my work in for Marvel and like X-Men, the one that I want, which will probably never happen, is just like it's Deadpool that wakes up and he's like, "Oh man, I had the craziest dream ever." And he starts talking to like the other Marvel Avengers, right? He's like, "And you were there, and I was there in that time for this," and like just like starts retconning things into the universe so that like X-Men can get worked in that way, and like a whole bunch of other ones that Marvel didn't have at the time just get started working in. It was like fourth wall breaking.
Here's the only hurdle for that, though. The only thing Marvel has plans to keep from the old X-Men universe is Deadpool. So to even reference other stuff, it's not going to happen. They're literally abandoning the old X-Men universe.
They don't have to do like anything from that universe. It could be a totally new stuff from them, right? You know, but like just his insertion of like, "Oh, I've been here the whole time." Like they could show the like New York scene where things starts going like downhill, and he like just like, "Fuck this, I'm out," and like just like bounces, right? You know, just little snippets and scenes that he starts working in.
Honestly,
and work in other characters, right? Yeah, and then fucking Wolverine was fucking this, and then like it shows like a little snippet of that, right? You know what I mean? Just retconning in.
It's
these,
funny
like,
and it works, but I don't think the
no,
Deadpool
they'll never do it.
Well, no, not even that. I don't think the Deadpool hype train has more than one more movie in it. The last movie was good. It was funny. It wasn't as good as the first one. And a third movie, unless the third movie is like fucking ridiculously good, that's going to be the last Deadpool movie.
I really like the second one. I think what's really going to hurt it is fucking what's his name that got all like hit with his like what was it? All the sexual harassment charges.
Yeah,
and
you're talking about his friend, the bartender.
yeah,
But
Oh,
he's
TJ Miller?
utterly replaceable.
Yeah, you just don't do
Maxwell's
Weasel
a
anymore.
character, but he also like didn't he have a heavy hand in the writing?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I thought he did.
I mean, I could be wrong, but look,
TJ Miller? I don't think so.
TJ Miller, yeah. I don't know. I want to see Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool more, but to be fair, Deadpool 2 was just
Nope, not credited with writing.
Deadpool
Okay.
1, but a little more budget. That's what I
No,
felt.
and that's what I'm like. For me, like, I don't get me wrong. I like Deadpool 2. I own
Yeah.
it. It's a great
Same
movie.
here.
It's just the first one was like, fuck, this is what Deadpool needed to be. They nailed it. It was great. Like that shit was send up a flare. Loved it. Nothing wrong. Deadpool 2 was good. It was a lot like Deadpool 1. It didn't bring anything new to the table. It didn't up the ante. It didn't really do anything else. It was just another Deadpool movie. You only get one more, just another Deadpool movie, and then you've kind of you've killed your franchise at that point. You can't do it.
Really, because like I don't mind that consistency is good as far as as far as my book is for
That's
things.
a TV show. For a movie that I'm shelling out that kind of money for and waiting that long in between, I don't just want the same thing.
I go to Star Wars movies to watch Star Wars movies.
I don't think every Star Wars movie is the same thing. I think they borrow from each other and they obviously have similar mindsets, but comparing 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, and 9, those movies aren't even in the same tone.
Actually, guys,
Granted.
we're violating YouTube TOS because the last time we talked about Star Wars, it took up another entire episode. We're not allowed to talk about Star Wars anymore until a new
I'm
movie
just
comes
saying
out.
that I go to these movies to watch these movies. So like consistency is fine. Yes, there was tone changes in those ones for Star Wars specifically.
See, this is
But-
why. If it's one
but-
thing that gets us fighting, it's Star Wars.
It's okay. I thought that like having another consistent Deadpool was good. Like I wouldn't mind watching more movies of consistent Deadpool things. It's a formula that works.
It doesn't work forever.
Doesn't have to.
Well, the problem is the Marvel train is supposed to run forever. This universe is never supposed to end.
It will. Will eventually.
Everything will. This formula doesn't work forever. They don't evolve quick enough. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I see. Here's the weird part. I had said, and the universe loves to prove me wrong. But I had said that Spider-Man was going to be my last Marvel movie for a while. That I was going to take a break.
Did this just refuel you?
Sort of. I would definitely go back for another Spider-Man. I don't know how I feel about the other ones right now. Because I didn't really like Guardians 2, so Guardians 3 is like, okay.
I don't know. It's gonna have Thor in it, and I think that's gonna be a fun dynamic in it.
Is it though? Is that actually confirmed?
Believe so.
I mean, I know they said it they showed it at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose Act 1, Scene 1 could be them dropping off, Thor somewhere
Okay, thanks.
else.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see a hand go, pull a hammer, and walk off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It could be that, but I don't think so. I think they're gonna be a little more consistent in the movie with that.
And
Yeah.
But yeah, that might be fun. But again, there's nothing I'm crazy looking forward to.
I want to see Doctor Strange 2, because I think they could do that well.
Yeah, that one looks.
I want
fun.
to see Eternals. I want to see Shang-Chi. I want to see Black Panther 2. Black Widow, I don't know. Just like maybe. I'll see what the trailer looks like. I'm going to reserve judgment on that one, but just like as a character on her own, there's nothing there that interests me too much. But if it's the right plot, the right cast, the right everything, sure.
Except for Doctor Strange, everything's starting to feel more deep cutty, and I'm just like, I'm okay. We'll see.
Captain Marvel's not that deep cut.
Yeah, but I didn't like the first one, so I've got no interest in the second.
Just bought it, just rewatched it, still loved it.
Yeah, no.
It's good.
No bueno.
Good. It's good.
You're just wrong. It's okay.
It's good.
So, okay, give Spider-Man Far From Home a rating.
Is it me or him?
Does it matter?
I give Spider-Man: Homecoming a YouTubes out of YouTubes.
YouTubes.
How many? Just the one?
YouTubes out of YouTubes.
YouTubes.
Are we doing by letter? How many letters is that?
You do the math. I don't do math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate both of you.
I'll give Spider-Man Far From Home 8 airplane romances out of 10 airplane romances.
Okay. 8 out of 10. It's not bad.
No, airplane romances out of airplane romances.
Are we talking about Mile High Club?
They didn't get into specifics, but I'm willing to bet there was a doggy bag full of something by the end of that.
Probably.
It was probably fucking chocolate bars, knowing Ned. Actually, I'd probably give this a 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah, 9.5 spider tech suits out of 10 spider tech suits. I hated the new
What?
suit. I
The all black one?
No. I mean, that one was whatever. I talk about the one he made afterwards, like the new suit.
It just looked like a Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Iron Man version better. What?
I'm gonna make you get. I'm gonna sneak into your house and paint an Iron Spider mural, but the one from the comic that's all red and gold and stupid looking.
Actually, if you remember from the cartoon, there was that basically one of the multiverse Spider-Man was Tony Stark, and he made the.
Yes, I hate that one.
No,
Klaus.
not that one. I'm
I
talking about
hated
the.
it when it came out, and I hate it now. I've never liked that suit.
I found this.
I hate
It only
it.
has 3 for some reason.
One's just to scratch his taint with.
Yeah.
Hated it. I hated
So,
it.
do you guys remember the like black and white robo suit that he has in in the cartoon when they do the multiverse stuff?
No.
The armored Spider-Man? No? All right.
No.
Well, that one was pretty cool. I also like the Iron Spider. Just saying.
Hold on, I'm searching Tony Stark Spider-Man cartoon.
No, he wasn't actually Tony Stark. He was Spider-Man, but he had started his own company like Tony Stark. He was rich. He created armor and stuff.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
That's weird.
You know what's fun was the Amalgam universe. They did Green Lantern and Iron Man together.
Oh, Iron Lantern, right?
Yeah, the
That's
Iron
called.
Lantern. It was weird, but I liked it. Have you never heard of this, Klops?
No.
So there's this thing called so there was this comic crossover event called Versus, and it was basically just a Marvel hero versus a DC hero, who wins in a fight kind of thing. And I disagreed with a lot of them, but some of them were correct. And then at the end of it, the only way to save the universes is to mash them into one, and they made this thing called the Amalgam universe. So there was like Darkclaw. It was Wolverine and Batman combined. There was there was what was it? Iron. We just said it.
Iron
Lantern?
Lantern.
Iron Lantern. So it's like Green Lantern and Iron Man. Hold on, I can pull this up. This is the best thing ever. The comics are hard to find, but they're fun. I have one of the Versus ones.
Well, I also liked when they did the alternates, like when Bruce Wayne becomes the Green Lantern, or there's one where Superman actually becomes Batman.
That's
Where-
weird.
Where like instead of Bruce Wayne, they adopted Clark Kent, and they never had a real kid.
That's weird. Okay, hold on. I gotta read these off. Klops, you will love these. These are all of the Amalgam characters. Okay, Darkclaw, Batman and Wolverine, Deadeye, Deadshot and Bullseye, Doctor Doomsday, Doomsday and Doctor Doom mixed into one. Doctor Strange Fate, Doctor Fate, Doctor Strange, and
That one
Charles
makes
Xavier
sense.
all mixed into one. I don't know why they got three, but they did. Lethal, Cheetah and Kraven the Hunter, the Night Creeper, Creeper and Nightcrawler, Skulk, Solomon Grundy and the Hulk, Spider-Boy, Superboy and Spider-Man, and Super Soldier, Superman and Captain America. And then they did some like weird ones as like so there was the Amazon Wonder, Wonder Woman and Storm, the Big Question, the Riddler and Kingpin, Cat's Eye, Catwoman and Elektra, Dare, the Terminator, Deathstroke and Daredevil, J. Jonah White, Perry White and Jonah Jameson, Jimmy Ulrich, James Olsen and Ben Ulrich, Jimmy Olsen and Ben Ulrich, Terra X, Terra and Terrax. I actually don't know who Terrax is. Winter Stick, Wintergreen and Stick. Not where you thought that one was going.
No.
Wired, Manhunter and Cable. Dude, there's a bunch of... Oh my god, there's more than even I knew about. Angel Hawk, Hawkman and Angel. Apollo is Ray and Cyclops. Aquaman and Submariner just become the Aqua Mariner. Which is really the only kind of mariner there is, I think. Well, I'm just going to look at cool ones. Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel became Captain Marvel. I'm not even kidding.
I
It
like
was-
how the,
Billy Marvell.
that's hilarious.
Oliver Queen and Goliath. They just called themselves Goliath. Green Arrow and Hawkeye. Still just Hawkeye. They got really lazy with some of these names. Bart Allen, Impulse, and Quicksilver became Mercury. Martian Manhunter and Professor X became Mr. X. Who else is cool? Gambit and Obsidian. Huntress and Carol Danvers. That makes sense. Oh, Joker and Sabretooth became the Hyena. That's kind of dope. Oh, this is insulting. Robin and Jubilee became the Sparrow. I hate that. I hate every... Oh, Green Skull. Lex Luthor and Red Skull. I'm guessing he has a kryptonite skull. That's kind of dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of cool.
Oh my god, they brought the series back and did more!
That's awesome. Hey, Cops, real quick. I want to get your take on The Witcher show. Have you seen these screenshots?
No.
Oh man. So Henry Cavill, who played Superman, is playing shit. Now I'm blanking on his name. Geralt? Am I saying that
Geralt.
right?
Geralt. Hard G.
Geralt.
Europe.
So here we go. I just linked to you. Check out the bottom one. This is Henry Cavill as The Witcher. And in certain pictures, he looks great. In other ones, not so much.
I mean, it looks kind of spot on. For a lot of them.
It just, some of them, the hair does not match. So, I'm like, eh.
I heard they fixed the hair.
Oh, hopefully, yeah, because I was very
I read a
disappointed.
thing that was saying that it looks like they fixed the hair. The Two-Faced Goblin. It's just Two-Face and Green Goblin. It's fucking dumb.
That's funny.
Stupid.
That's pretty dumb. All right,
Bizarrenage. It's Bizarro and Carnage.
so just so folks watching on YouTube, check it out. That is what Henry Cavill looks like as Geralt.
Yeah, I mean it. Unfortunately, to me, it doesn't look so much like he's Geralt. It looks like they dressed Henry Cavill up as Geralt.
It does. Actually,
Like, I'm not even a big Witcher fan. It just looks like Henry Cavill in cosplay.
to be fair though, I feel like Mercer did a better costume.
He did do a decent.
Do you
one.
remember
Imagine
that?
with
Oh,
a
yeah,
budget.
let me see if I could pull that up. Oh my god. This is funny. Cause do you watch Critical Role, Klops?
Not most of the time, no. I've
So-
seen it. I just haven't followed it.
But you know Matt Mercer then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a. I can't pull it up. Apparently, it's not coming up. But he did a pretty good cosplay for one of their Halloween episodes.
hmm
But yeah. Anyways,
Nice.
did you find more?
Raza
Bonza?
Ghul and Apocalypse. The Raza Apocalypse.
Oh, that's no. Tell me that's not real. Tell me that's not real. That's
I
the worst.
love it.
It's the worst.
I really want to watch the Solomon Grundy and the Hulk
Right?
fight something.
That sounds so fun.
Because I've started really liking Hulk, and I really like Solomon Grundy. Probably because of his stupid voice that he has in every cartoon that I've ever watched him in. Solomon Grundy!
Did you ever see so back when Cartoon Network was still in their weird let's buy old shows and just dub over them phase, they were doing these little bumps between shows of the Super Friends. So it was the it was all the villains sitting around a table and Lex Luthor's up there talking about something, and finally Brainiac just goes, "Enough! Enough! I am one of the most evil villains on the planet, and I can't even get a decent pair of pants." And he stands up, and it's the old time, so he's in a little unitard with no
Yeah.
pants. And he's
Yeah.
like, "All I've ever wanted was a decent pair of pants." And then it cuts to Solomon Grundy, and Grundy desk flips this, goes, "Solomon Grundy want pants too." It is my favorite goddamn line ever to come out of Solomon Grundy, and it's from a stupid random bump. It makes no sense. And forever, I will just always, "Solomon Grundy want pants too." And he was Southern, and I don't know why. It's so good.
The same reason that they made the fucking the Wonder Twins fucking mumble. Where's the Wonder Twins?
Oh, Gleek, Gloop, Glarp, the little monkey.
It was-
It was bad. I don't like it.
So wait, random question before we sign off here because we're getting to that time.
You do it.
Um,
Oh, wait, hold on. Howard the Duck and Lobo. Lobo the Duck.
no, I'm out.
That's great.
You lost me.
Oh, so-
I have no love for Howard the Duck. I'm sorry.
Howard the Duck is funny.
Ah,
He's funny.
ah.
He'd make life.
Anyways, has anyone heard about a new Arkham game? Is that
No.
just dead in the
No.
water now?
The franchise is done. They killed it with that fucking third one.
Well,
Killed
Arkham
the
Knight
fourth
was
one.
pretty fucking terrible. I feel like it wouldn't have been as terrible if it wasn't so goddamn glitchy.
No, it was still pretty bad. That fucking car ruined that game. I don't even give a shit about the glitches. Once I played the game was going to be the game. That fucking car ruined that game.
I'm sorry. When the car falls through the fucking map forever, wee bit of a problem.
Yep.
But
Brainiac and Galactus. Galacticac.
I feel like we're in fanfic right now, and that's where we're gonna finish off this episode with Galacticac.
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 Eduardo, you want to see my Galacticac? And immediately I'm 8 years old again.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Galacticac.
All right. Check us out Mondays live on YouTube from 7 to 8 Pacific. And Klops, are you running the Tuesday streams now?
I have been off and on it. It hasn't been a thing that I've been doing. I've been having back-end issues all the time.
Yeah, his butthole, back-end issues.
Yeah, it hurts. Sore.
Yeah, and after Comic-Con, I'm thinking of jumping on sporadically there to join you guys for the multiplayer night. I don't know 100% if I can join every week, but I definitely want to jump on in and hang out with you guys a little bit more. But yeah, check us out. We are going to potentially do a Comic-Con preview for our next episode, and you know, talk about some shit. Final words, Klops?
Galacticac.
Bonsai?
I got 2 more. Deadman and Daredevil. Dead Devil. Cyborg and Deathlock. Deathborg.
It sounds like a terrible sex worker. Deathborg. And I will handle all your pleasure needs.
Klops, I fully expect you to get a Galacticac tattoo now.
I'm
Bye.
Galacticac? Sure.
Galacticac.
Bye.
Deathborg.
I'll get Galacticac like tattooed above my junk.
I'm a Galacticac.
Like right on.